I wanted power, not necessarily power to control people, but power to make change.
I learned a lot about myself, and I'm learning a lot about myself from being in business. Well, let's start at the top. I was born.
No, that's too far.
During a snowstorm.
So was I.
I don't know. I just remember hearing you were born during a snowstorm.
So you just made that up. I was actually born in a blizzard. It wasn't great for my parents. I'm sorry.
Okay, so for me, I got started because my godfather, he was like really big into video. Like I said, he did the tape ministry in church. He was the guy that he was the AV guy. And so after church, people would come to his station and they would have, the tape cassettes set up and they would just sell them for a couple bucks. And that was you get the message and some music, and then he went into radio, and then he went into television and things like that. And so he was the uncle that was kind of like at every family event. He had his camera. He had a home studio. He built this incredible studio.
Yeah.
And he showed me how to be creative and how to be organized. Now, I didn't really, for real, care about being organized until we got married
last year.
Pretty much. But what's funny about me is there are things that I really, really care about being organized.
You're very meticulous about certain things.
Certain things, not everything. The company has been going for 13 years. It's been great. We started out of necessity, just like most creative people.
Did we?
I mean, we went into it with the plan.
Right.
The plan was, at least in my mind, create a company that could be like an umbrella for other creative things.
Right, but that's why I was saying I don't think that it was out of necessity. It was a dream.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. So because of that, we got married. Before we got married, we were dating, and we did a lot of fun, interesting things where we would first off, it started with our families.
Yeah.
We were doing singing and stuff like that at church, and
we had our little band.
We had a band.
We were sold out.
Yes, we had an incredible band.
Wait, I gotta find the DVD. Because there is a DVD.
There is a DVD. Yes. We were going places. We were taking our talents.
We were
on the road.
We were traveling. Oh my goodness.
So from there we started working on little projects here and there. We had one called what was the web show?
Up and Coming.
Up and Coming, yes.
Up and Coming.
Yes. Up and Coming was this incredible show. I'm not going to give you guys the full scoop on it because
we don't want you to steal it.
Yeah, we might bring it back. But it was a really cool show based off of all the creative people that we knew in our lives. And that's all I'm going to say. All right, so we got our company started doing a lot of weddings. We were doing a lot of ministry stuff, because our background is in church. So for us, our parents were pastors, both her parents were pastors and my parents were pastors. So we kind of understood the church life. But then from there, my godfather was kind of like my biggest inspiration for getting into media. What was yours? Who was yours?
So my introduction to media was kind of odd. I actually started in video and audio. I used to run the soundboard at church, and I was the tape duplicator.
Oh my goodness.
I sold the tapes after service.
We are old.
We are.
It's really weird.
But is that so?
We've been around for 4 or 5 different mediums of
absolutely
media.
Yeah.
Tape,
CD,
CDs,
DVD.
DVDs, Blu-ray.
Yeah. And now streaming.
Now everything is just digital.
Yeah.
We were kids during those times.
Yeah, I was
but
16.
yeah, I was gonna say we were both pretty young.
Yeah. And so
But we were like actually interacting with that stuff on like a professional
absolutely.
level.
I ran a like a radio broadcast. I ran the sound for the radio broadcast for our church.
Nice.
And until one fateful day. Yeah, we'll talk about that another time.
Okay. All right.
I left the board and never went back. Yeah.
Probably the best mistake that you ever made in your life.
Yeah. But so for graphics, it was accidental. I was not going to be graphic designer. I didn't even know what that was. I was going into architecture. I loved buildings. I loved houses. That was my plan. I was going to be an architect and maybe do some minor in interior design. And then I started working for a small production company and accidentally designed a label for something.
Nice.
And my boss was like, "Hey, did you do this?" And I thought I was in trouble. So I didn't want to say I did it. But then I had to fess up because there was nobody else. So like, yeah, I did. And he's like, "Okay, I'm going to send you some more titles. See what you do with these." And so he gave me like 5 more. It was for, it was different sermons for a church.
Okay.
Like, take these, see what you can do with them. So I took them, found some random stock photos that I thought fit the titles the best, and made these 5 designs. And then from that point on, they said, "Okay, we're going to switch your position," because I was an admin assistant.
Okay.
I was just doing scheduling at the time.
Oh, nice.
And, scheduling for the company. But then at church, I was running sound and learning video.
Okay.
So I was, the big, huge hunker cameras that I
Man,
couldn't even
those
carry.
things were
Somebody had
heavy.
to carry it for me.
Yeah. That's
And
hilarious.
get me set up because I was like 115 pounds and this camera is like 65, 70.
Yep.
But anyway, so I did these designs. My boss says, "All right, you're not going to be an admin assistant anymore. You're going to be our graphic designer. And then you're going to go to school. That's what you should go to school for." And I was like, "Okay, I don't know what you're talking about, but
Right.
you are running your own business and I really want to do that." He ran his business with his wife and I thought that was really cool. I wanted to do that one day.
Nice.
So I'm going to listen to you because you're a smart man.
Nice.
And so yeah, the company they produced like Sunday morning messages. They did stuff for like the community we lived in. They worked for like the township. So I ended up being the designer for all of these different things at 16.
Wow.
Which was super cool.
Yeah.
So by the time I got to college, I was like way ahead of everybody because I already had 2.5 years of experience working in the field. And then I went into the graphic arts program, which at the time was different than graphic design. And I didn't know that. But in graphic arts, I got to learn about the giant printing presses and all that kind of stuff, which was beneficial to me later on in life. And then I enrolled in the proper program, which was the ad design program, and started freelancing on my own. And then I met you.
Yeah. So wait, you've been in media for 23 years. So I technically started 2 years after, so 21 years. Okay.
Yeah.
So we did the math on that. So we probably have more experience than most
Yeah.
like major companies.
We're 40, almost 45 years in.
Yeah. That's nuts. Sure Thing Studios, 45 years of media experience. And we're old. Cut.
I know. I refuse to accept that.